G'day cocktail lover, what can I get for you? A tiki drink maybe? No, why does everyone always think I want a tiki drink? Oh, no reason, so what do you have? Well, because people are always giving me tiki drinks, I want something really different. What do you got that's really different to tiki? It's more or less the anniversary of Prohibition, so why not have a Prohibition themed cocktail? Ah, so what sort of cocktails were they drinking during Prohibition? Well, in the US, they essentially weren't drinking cocktails at all. But what about all those stories about how they were making cocktails to cover up the fact the spirits they had weren't very good quality? They're just stories for the most part. Think about it. The very act of drinking in a pub or in a club or in a speakeasy is illegal. So if the cops could kick down the door at any moment, you don't want to be faffing about with a drink that takes a long time to make. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, no, shake quicker, the cops are here! So why do we call them Prohibition cocktails? Contrary to what a lot of people seem to think, the United States of America is not the entire world. And the rest of the world, by and large, did not join them in the noble experiment. So cocktails were being invented and perfected and enjoyed all over the place, just not so much in the United States. Okay, I'm on board. What cocktail do you recommend for the anniversary of Prohibition? I think the Scofflaw is a good choice. It's a good drink and it's a fun name. It's making fun of an attempt that was made to shame drinkers. A Scofflaw, like someone who scoffs at the law? Yeah, a prohibitionist literally ran a competition to come up with a word to label lawless drinkers to shame them out of their evil ways. Didn't work. People actually invented a drink called the Scofflaw when that was the word they came up with. Oh yeah, that always happens. You invent a term to try and put someone down and they embrace it and say, yeah, that's what I am. It's like when rappers say, no, I wasn't gonna. No, we are just not going there. Okay, fine, I'll just embrace the S word and be a Scofflaw. Good plan. While the word Scofflaw was invented by a prohibitionist in the US, the drink was invented in Harry's American bar in Paris. So why is there an America bar in Paris? Well, all the bartenders in the US were out of a job, so the good ones all buggered off to places like Cuba and Europe where they could keep working as bartenders. So how do you make a Scofflaw? The basic recipe is whiskey, vermouth, lemon juice, grenadine. There's some variation in the exact ingredients and in the ratios depending who makes it. I'm going to make it my way. I'm going to start with 1 ounce or 30 mils of rye whiskey. I am going to use High West Double Rye. This is distilled in Park City, Utah. I thought Utah was like a Mormon state and you couldn't drink alcohol there, or at least definitely not distill it. To be honest, I kind of thought that too, but it's a big mysterious world with surprises everywhere. Well, the next ingredient, I'm going to add some more whiskey, but in a different style. It's common to put bourbon in a Scofflaw, but I thought I'm going to go for something different, and this is something they absolutely would not have had during Prohibition. This is an American single malt whiskey. This is from the Balcones Distillery in Texas, and both of these whiskeys are higher than average proof, but they're smoother probably than anything you would have got during Prohibition. So that extra kick in the alcohol content is alleviated by them just being better made whiskeys. So this is not exactly authentic then. Yeah, there's no getting around. This drink is completely different to a Scofflaw as someone would have experienced it during Prohibition. But now, the next step is vermouth, and I'm going to use Made Nice Classic Vermouth, same levels as the other two, 1 ounce or 30 mils of vermouth going in. Next, I'm going to add half an ounce or 15 mils of lemon juice. Don't worry, squeezed it fresh at the start of the shift. Also something they probably wouldn't have had very often in the early 20th century, access to fresh lemons to make fresh lemon juice. Just a few little touches to round it out now. Going to add 5 mils, around a bar spoon of house-made grenadine. There are commercial grenadines, fine if that's all you can get. It's actually super easy to make, which is why I make it myself. At the simplest level, it's half pomegranate juice, half sugar, although you can liven it up a bit with some pomegranate molasses and a splash of orange blossom water if you want to brighten it up a little. But either way, you want 5 mils or a bar spoon of grenadine. After that, we're going to add some sugar syrup. Again, just a little bit, a bar spoon again, 5 mils of sugar syrup. Again, super easy to make. 50% sugar, 50% water at its simplest, although you can mess about a little bit with how you do that. But I'm going for a very simple sugar syrup, and we're going to add 5 mils or 1 bar spoon. The last touch is some orange bitters. Going to add just 1 dash of orange bitters to our shaker. And that's it. Ice added to our glass. Put the shaker together, bang it in hard, shake that for about 10 to 15 seconds. We strain that into a coupe that we have pre-chilled to keep your drink nice and clean. And there is your Scofflaw. I like that. It's like a cross between a sour and a Manhattan. I hope it wasn't weird how I described every step along the way. I'm used to presenting on my YouTube channel, so I always say what each ingredient is and how I'm making it. That's a great idea. I'm going to check out your YouTube channel when I get home. Great idea. You'll be able to follow along and make your own at home, along with a bunch of other recipes that are on my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And yeah, let me know you're there with a comment and do the thumbs up to say you like the video. All those great things. Wait a minute. Will I see myself in any of your YouTube videos? Why would you ask that? I don't know. There's something about everything that's been going on here. Feels a bit staged. Honestly, you're sounding a little paranoid. Take a few deep breaths. Take a few good sips of your drink. Just relax. I feel like you're overthinking things. You sound a bit paranoid. Enjoy your drink, kick back, don't think about things too much. Nothing good ever comes from thinking a lot. So just take it easy. Cheers.